Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the horses. So welcome back all my pony pals. It's been a while, I know, I'm terribly sorry. I broke my wrist. And unfortunately it meant that I wasn't able to shuffle. But now I'm back, so we're going to pick up from where we left off. And get a reading for you guys done today. So let's see what's been happening with all you horsey guys. Let's just give these a bit of a mix around, shuffle them up a little bit, and see what we have got. Let's stop about there. Let's take that one from the bottom. This one from the middle, and that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got a black, white, black to begin with. Here we can straight away see we've got the two negatives, and it's so easy to jump on that negative bandwagon and be like, oh, there's negatives, oh no. But black isn't always an attack. We have got one positive in there, so, you know, it's not all bad. The blacks don't always mean that things are going to be really, really, really negative. It just means things could be better. There's no good or bad here. There's no right or wrong. But there are compatibilities, and what we've got here is the goat, a catalyst card, the black goat. I think every single reading this week has had a catalyst card in it in some shape or form. I don't know if that's testimony to my shuffling, or if there is some big shift going on right now. And I do know that Mercury, I think, is just coming out of retrograde. We are shifting into new seasons. We are having big energy shifts everywhere. And this is going to affect a lot of people. And I think it is going to affect everybody in some shape or form. We have got that sheep there, which is the soulmate card for the horse. So this isn't necessarily a bad catalyst. This is a catalyst that is specifically for you. This is a good catalyst, even though it's in the negative. It may not feel that way. It may feel incredibly uncomfortable. But the sheep and the horse get on quite well. They're on that soulmate line. So they can support each other. What I think right now is you're lacking direction and confidence, and you're not entirely sure if you've been doing the right thing, or you're on the right path, or where you are is supposed to be where you are. And I think that's quite normal for a horse, because horses can get quite restless. And if they stand still too long, you want to move. You want to get things done. You want to start. You don't want to stand around. If there's things to get done, or things to move, or somewhere to go, you want to get gone. You want to get on it. You don't want to be waiting around. Patience is not your style. I think right now this sheep is telling you right now that you need to take command of the situation. The change that is coming in, the shift that is moving in, this is happening with you, and it's not going to be stopped. So you need to take the lead here. You need to take the lead and say, if we're going to move, I'm going to have to be the one to move first, and then everything else will follow. You've got to want it. You've got to want to accept it. And if you can't accept it, then it's not going to work out for you. It's not. Because you're always going to be fighting against that current. There you are. You are on the right path. That's you, the horse, you know, coming up in that positive space. And that's where you need to be. And two horses, of course, they'll have a lot in common, you know. And this is the time for you now to get active, get outgoing, you know, get on with what is around you. Maybe it's a case of working as a team. Maybe that's now the new change, is that you've been put a part of a new team, a new partnership, a new group, a new something. So it's about adjusting now. It's about getting to know where your place is in that sort of setup. But you're going in the right direction. A white horse is a good card. It's moving forward. That's the same for most people, if not every person, that the white horse would be a sign of moving forward. It may not be as fast as you'd like it to be, but if that's the case, then quicken the pace. You set the pace here, horsey peoples. Come on. Get those spurs dug in. Giddy up, yeehaw, yippee-ki-yay. We've got places to go, things to see. Why are you standing around? If people aren't there behind you, they obviously weren't there to follow, were they? If you have to leave them behind, leave them behind. They'll catch up. And if they don't, they don't. It wasn't meant for them. Some people play fiddles, some people play the drums. It's just the way it is. And if they're not picking up the drumsticks, you go and beat to your own drum while they sit there fiddling away. Fiddling their thumbs. Because you've got stuff to get on with. You've got stuff to get on with. So get on with it, you know? And that you'll enjoy that more. You'll get more satisfaction from that. Because at least if you do it solo, you can know that it's done your way, it's done to your standard. As far as you're concerned, it's done right. So don't Don't be waiting around for other people to help you, guide you, or show you the way, because you're already headed in the right direction. You know, the only way they can help you is if they've got a common goal and they're necessary. Otherwise, I think they're just going to hold you back. There's a lot of stuff out there for you to get involved in. And it will be successful stuff as well. It will be stuff that's going to make you feel practical and self-confidence and, you know, it'll make you feel you again. Not that you didn't feel before, but you'll have this refreshing you feeling, this sense of you, which is what this catalyst is all about. It's about you and your growth in your sort of evolution as you move through. This could mean spiritually, mentally, physically. It could be anything. You know, this could be something emotionally. That horse is a romantic card as well. So there's a sort of romantic element always to horse people, because you find the joy in the littlest of things. You'll find excitement and adventure wherever you go. And that's what it's now telling you to do, is get up, get gone, yeehaw, come on, yippee-ki-yay. Because we're in this place of, as I say, having to be patient. That ox is the slow card, moving slow. And that's where you're at. So you're overthinking it, because again, that card, the ox, is a thinking card. And the relationships between a horse and an ox are moderate anyway. So this isn't a big issue being in the negative. This is just you fighting against how slow you've had to move, or how slow things are moving, or how things haven't worked out exactly as you expected. But there's a reason for that. And I think it's because you've been waiting around for everybody else to pick up the paintbrush. And then you've been looking at these walls for ages going, well, why haven't the walls been painted? Because no bugger's picking up the paintbrush. So you're going to lose patience with it. Eventually pick up the paintbrush yourself and just start painting. But the thing is when you do that, when you start painting yourself, other people will see this. As I say, you need to take the lead. They'll see this, they'll pick up the paintbrushes, and they'll start painting. And when they start painting, you've already started the job. So then you can say, this is how I want it done. This is the color I want you to use. These are the strokes I want you to do. I want you to do 2 coats. I want you to, do this and do that, because it's to your standard. And I'm sure you would rather that than someone else coming in and going, right, horsey person, this is the paintbrush. There's the paint. Get painting. We're off to the pub. Because that's unfair for a start, but also it's then taking you out of control even more. And that may work for you. You've got no problem with hard work. You've got no problem with being told what to do or instruction. That's not the problem. But the problem is people are expecting this from you, but not doing the same, and not sort of, they're being hypocrites, and they're being selfish. And while you're waiting around for that to figure out, you could have just got on with the job and just done it. You are the leader in this situation, whatever situation it is. You need to stand up, put your foot down, and say, if no one else is going to do it, I'm going to be the one that does it. But you've got to think about this as well. You've got to think about all the other people that are involved as well. Use that intuition. Use that instinct that you've got, because I think that's been thrown off a little bit, hasn't it? And that means that there has been a few communication barriers. And that communication barrier is simply you not expressing yourself openly. And that's what you need to do. You need to be willing to say, this is how it is, this is how it's going to be. Otherwise, you'll just be stuck here for a while. Big changes coming, big movements forward. There's big things happening. And this is going to give you that confidence. And that's what you need to get through this phase. And it starts with this catalyst card. This change, the change that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, the change of being thrown in the room and being told there's a paintbrush in there, get on with it. But as you're a horse, you are going to get on with it, and you're going to push forward through it, and you're going to find adventure and joy in it, as silly as that sounds, but this is just an example. But don't expect it to go any fast if you're not willing to quicken the pace yourself. As I say, don't be afraid to leave people behind. They will catch up if they're supposed to be involved or in your life. Sometimes we have to let people go. Sometimes we have to move on. And it sucks for everybody. But sometimes these things happen. But from that, other things, gooder things, better things can come from it. Just remember that. From the dirt, we grow the flowers. So from the dirt, we will grow flowers. But we'll find out, won't we, how you get on with that next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the horse. Thank you for watching. I will be back next week for another reading for you guys, but I will be back later on today with a reading for those born in the year of the sheep. So if you know anybody born in the year of the sheep, or you're just interested or whatever, I will see you then. If not, then I will see you next time we come back and do that horse reading. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.